What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit. That's 1D, 2E Detroit. Or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you're telling the BS sent you. And for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so. And we will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks that wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from across the way, or should I say from the pond, Lake Michigan, Double J. Tell the people what you say. As usual, Gully is late to the party. All right, go ahead. What you got to say?
Better late than never, and but never late is better.
Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. Imagine that. Another all right. Don't try to do me, okay? You leave that to me, all right? I appreciate the effort, though.
I forgot what day of the week it is. That's
exactly.
Right.
Okay, this ain't after dark. Anyway, while we're waiting on my man Gully, just want to point out we got a few items on the menu for you all today, but of the few items, the subject is all football today, all right? Got a question I want to ask everybody up front and first. Did I say that right? Probably not. But anywho, we got the college football playoff part due. That's DEUX part due. And then, of course, we got our NFL Week 14 pick'em. I think it's Week 14. I'm telling you. That's what I need to be cracking some Metamucil right now. Because when you get them AARP moments, boy, you don't know if you're coming or going sometimes, all right? Same thing with the memory. And I've had a couple concussions, too. And I'm here to tell you, see, I just forgot. I'm just saying. Okay. Anywho, let's start the show officially. You understand me? All right. Our first item on the menu is sort of like a question of the day. Is it just me? Or why does it seem like the Monday night football game seems to play out better than Thursday night football? And in some cases, don't ask me to recall any, maybe even the Sunday night games. What's up with that? And if you had to list in terms of how they play out in order, how would you rank? How would you put them? In Monday night, all folks, right? Let me hit the button. My gosh. The Monday night football, Thursday night football, or Sunday night football. How would you rank them? But first things first. You know what I'm saying, why does that Monday night seem to play out better than the other two?
Are you forgetting Sunday night?
Well, this is my memory. My gosh, did you say that so I can say my line? Okay, people, he did that so I can say my line. So for all of you all that just joined us, matter of fact, shout out. Hold up. Shout out to all the folks that tune in, that stay within, you know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. But my line for all of those who are just now joining us, so to speak, like the transmission on a 68 Buick that's been sitting in the garage too long, my mind do indeed be slipping. Okay, y'all hit the button. I mean, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh with or for? Anyway, could you go ahead and say what you wanted to say now that I got that out the way?
Yeah, absolutely. And so historically, meaning prior to this season, the order would have been Monday night, Sunday night, regular Sunday slate. Matter of fact, I'll go Monday night, Sunday day. So Sunday, Sunday night, Thursday.
Whoa. Say that again. Monday night.
Basically almost
the actual Sunday
order. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, okay, the only reason I didn't include the actual Sunday games, like your 1 o'clock midday games or whatever the case may be, is because you got there's more, there's what, 11, 12, 13 games going on. I was just saying that Monday night game, that Sunday night game, and that Thursday night game. You know what I mean? In some occasions and situations, like on Thanksgiving, you might have 2 or 3 Sunday, Thursday, whatever type. But I'm saying typically that one game and that prime time slot, for whatever reason, I don't care who the Oh, here we go again. My gosh, man. I don't care who the two teams are. Jeez, say that fast 2 times. I mean, it's a tough deal. And when you got 5 teeth left, I'm 3 in your mouth and 2 in your pocket. Boy, it's rough trying to say all that stuff. Why? Yeah, I'm just talking about that game. You know what I mean? Why does it seem like, because the Thursday night games, despite who's playing, it just seems like it's like blah for the most part. I mean, other than actually the Browns Steelers, wasn't that Thursday night?
Mm-hmm.
In the Snow Bowl, second half snow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, Jameis, I'll tell you one thing. My cat at the job, the cat named Stacy, he said it best. He said one thing about Jameis Winston, boy, he gonna keep both teams in it. I'm just saying. Both teams got a chance with Jameis in the game, baby. That man threw it for a record-breaking 479,000 yards. But the only one that you're gonna come away with on memorization side is them 2 pick 16s. That's what they felt like. Like with 16 points for each one of them. Which brought to mind, actually, it was another Browns quarterback, believe it or not, in recent memory, that had arguably one of the most memorable playoff performances as a Browns quarterback. In some cases, some might even say better than Bernie Kosar. And I was at them games at Municipal Terry Stadium, baby. When the dog pound first originated Terry's. You understand me? Hanford, Minifield. Yeah. You know who that guy is? You do? Who is that guy? Who's that quarterback, that one quarterback I'm talking about in recent memory? If you say Tim Ouch, I'm trying to tell you right now, you're getting a pink slip.
No, I was going to go Brian Hoyer.
Absolutely not. He looked good because of Kyle Shanahan. Don't get it twisted. No disrespect. Shout out to B. Hoyer. He right here from Ignatius. I get it, but nah. Kelly Holcomb against the Steelers.
Okay, so a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said recent memory.
That's recent memory.
That's a little bit kind of stretching recent.
For me,
hey, look,
I
just seen something earlier.
Oh, right? I don't know who you're getting that from.
Here it is. It was when you were the youngest person at the job, and then somebody came in and said that they were born in 2003.
What happened?
Kind of a Benjamin Button type of feel there, where you were used to being the youngest person at the employment place, and then now someone currently is employed there stating that they were born in 2003. So
I've been there. Y'all have been there a long time. Then, if that's
my point here. Same with it. Your reference. That's why when you say recent memory, I'm like,
that's recent. Yeah, when I say recent memory, I'm talking about recent. Yeah, well, okay, all right. That's what we're doing here. My God, unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Oh, hell no.
Anywho,
hey, look, man, I was reminiscing on NBA Live 2003 earlier this afternoon. So here you go with Kelly Holcomb. I'm
just saying, bro. Hey, and then I'll do you one even better. I'll go back a little bit further. That's how I'll show you how terrible. But that's what they say when you have a concussion. You can't remember nothing like from here to there, like where my car keys at. I can put my car keys in the same place every day and still not know where they at. That's just me. But I can remember the old oak tree with the yellow ribbon. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, the one tree out in the middle of my grandfather's farm. Hey, don't listen. It's gonna happen to some of y'all too. Watch what I tell you. It's coming. Just keep on living. That's what you do. But I'll go one back even further. Do you know there was a Browns quarterback who was in the Guinness Book of World Records? In recent memory, not recent as in yesterday, but I'm talking about way back in the day when I used to play, when they had leather helmets. Yes, believe it or not. Y'all let you marinate on that for a minute. Yeah, I know. It may, yeah. And I was, they had a Guinness Book of World Record thing when I went to Niagara Falls. You ever been to Niagara Falls? Up the hill, I don't know what the name of that street is, where Kelsey's and all that. That's a whole bunch of stuff over there.
On the Canadian side or the
American Canadian side? Yeah, on the Canadian side. My bad. Yep, on the Canadian side. Yeah. Would you want to know who it is?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Bernie Kosar.
Do you know what? I was going to say that, and I didn't want to steal
Bernie
your thunder.
Kosar. And I forget exactly what it was. Either it was something like most passing yards in a game or playoff game or something like that or whatever it is without an interception and so many completions. I was like, wow, Bernie Kosar. Yeah, didn't see Troy Aikman on there. I'm just saying UCLA can't stand them. Anywho, so why, in your opinion, does the Monday Night Football game seem to play out better than the other two?
So it's interesting you say that. I felt like prior to this season, there was anyone who's been close to the NFL itself understands kind of the regimen and the process throughout the week. So something that many would miss just looking at it purely from what takes place on Thursday is that historically their work week looks like this. If you won over the weekend, you have Victory Monday. So you're not working. You're not showing up to the office, if you will. And Tuesday, then now you're back with the groups. You'll have your position specific meetings. Wednesday, you're going full speed. Thursday, once more. Friday is a walkthrough.
So you saying it's a short week type of deal as opposed to a full
110%. So you're talking about if it's a Thursday and they still will have a Victory Monday. Not because we're going to break this tradition or rule because of the fact that we have a shortened week. No, they stick to it and they give everybody the day off. So then really what they have is one day that's not even really full pads. And certainly fairly full speed.
So basically it's preparation time.
Yes, it's more prep.
It's a reason why football games are a week apart, so to speak.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, look, if you and I attempted
but
to
it
do
seems like none of the Thursday
hours.
Night, and now that I think about it, none of the can you pick a globability game? Are they any better?
So
and if they are, then would you hold up now? We're talking about going all the way across the globe 17 times versus 2-3 days in between right here on your time. And I'm trying to say.
But remember this is the difference though. When they have those games overseas, they let the teams get there early.
How early though?
About a week early.
Man, jet lag is jet lag. Oh, shout out to my boy. Oh, shout out to D Gully, the IT guy. I don't know why he's joining us from the CO Long Bus. Gully, what it do?
Nah, man, we're a little bit further away. We put the Urbana. We're gonna put Urbana on the map today because that's where we at. Navigating ourselves back. Say
Urbana,
again.
Urbana,
Champaign,
Ohio.
Urbana.
Nah, not quite that far. Not quite that exciting either.
Hey, so you down there in Amish country?
Yeah, I need some oatmeal cookies.
No, okay. Well, who asked you about oatmeal cookies? Get me some bee honey, some honey with the honeycomb in it. In the jar. Hey, why is that funny, bro? I'm all natural, baby. Don't play with me. You understand?
Bee honey.
No, seriously, though, right quick. For all my folks out there that's tuning in and the folks that's listening in, like I said that. Anywho. When you go to the grocery store, if you're a honey eater, I am just saying if you are, the grocery store brand, 9 times out of 8, don't mess with it. They give the bees sugar water. Go look it up. Saying that's why it don't do what it's supposed to do. That's why you got to put a half a bottle of it, squeeze it in your honey and your tea. And you be like, what? And it still ain't sweet. Just bee sugar water. Yeah, so it don't do what it's supposed to do. But you get that honey with the honeycomb game. Oh, well, Gully gone again. And then this is what we do, y'all. This is how we do over here. Here he is. He back. Yeah, let me hurry up and ask him this question before he get to running up out of here again. Oh, so you the Midnight Marauder?
Bro, I told you I'm in route.
Are you hanging out with Batman?
Anyway, I'm route from Urbana. What part of that means I'm stationary and can be on the camera?
I didn't. You the one put yourself on there.
All right, bro.
All righty then. Okay. So in other words, hurry up and just ask the question. How you could have just said that, bro. You ain't have to
get right to the getting. Get right to the getting, so the got can be gotten.
All right. You ain't had to put my business all out here on this daggone national culinary program. But anywho, why does the Monday night football game seem to play out better than the Thursday night, or even in some cases the Sunday night football game?
I'm not certain about Sunday night, but Thursday night is for obvious reasons, right? This game requires rest and preparation. Lack of rest
Okay,
and
so yeah,
lack of
yeah.
preparation, and I think it's more so the preparation than the rest because people can do phenomenal things when tired or fatigued, right? I think there's a sense of adrenaline or a sense of an autopilot that goes into some people they kind of operate with less sleep. Eventually, they'll get the biological clock will come due, for a receipt. But
Shout out to
you can
GL,
get
baby. Shout out to GL, baby. What you saying?
Yeah,
What you saying? You're up to? Holla at your boy. Let me know.
yeah,
Go ahead, Gully. My
yeah,
bad. My bad.
no, you are but I'm saying like even when tired, you can still perform. But it's the
Right.
lack of preparation, like everything that goes into preparing for a team, right? If you need a week because the way this game has been played for 70, 80 years, knowing week to week was best, right? 6 days at minimum. Knowing that and shortening it for no benefit for the players, but for every benefit for the franchisees and the owners to make revenue or what have you, leads to terrible games and terrible decisions. And that's what we have. That's why Monday night seems to play better because you actually have like an eighth day, and plus you have
Well
that
then,
incentive where hey, y'all the only game in town for that night. So
okay, but
that's
then
why they
okay,
always play.
then okay, well then put the Thursday night game in that case because that makes sense. Obviously, the preparation and the rest in a short period of time. But I still figured as we've been having Thursday night games for quite some time now, they can't get none of them right, type of deal. Like, because if that's the case, the Browns and the Steelers wouldn't have turned out. The snowball wouldn't have turned out the way it did. It was actually a watchable game. You didn't want to get up from the TV. You get what I'm trying to say? Wasn't that a Thursday night game?
Right.
Okay, so you know what I mean? So you could do
Yeah,
that.
it was a
Or is it
Thursday
just a
night.
rivalry thing? Browns get up for the Steelers and vice versa, like the Buckeyes get up for Michigan and supposed to be. And we're not going to even talk about the whole incident.
No, we said that. I think that's what it should be. Thursday night games should be rivalry games. Where, hey, look, I might need a week to prepare for it, but you know what? I hate Pittsburgh. I don't need a week. I need, what I'm saying? I
Oh
can just get
yeah,
going.
gotcha. Okay.
So Thursday night games are Commanders, Cowboys, or Commanders, Eagles, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or Patriots, Dolphins, Bears, Lions, or Bears. Pretty much the way the divisions are.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's level are, but if those are the games, those are, don't try to put markets together. Don't give me the 49ers versus the Bills or the 49ers versus the whomever else, and they terrible. No, give me a
Must see
game
TV.
give me a game that they'd say, hey, look, if I get the chance to get it, I do it. I darn near do it for free. Not that they would, but they would have that approach.
I got you.
Right.
All right, I got you. Hold on, my man GL weighing in again. What did he say here? He said easy W's. I'm telling you, bro. When Gully there on Saturday, I get that W. I dropped 150 on bro. Who I don't.
Yes, sir. Hey. Yes, sir. Yes.
Hey, I have no idea who's.
I was wondering how that turned out. Absolutely.
Okay, what am I missing?
So, all right. So, look, like you say, barbershop all the time, that chemistry is
First of
everything.
All, I said complimentary.
Okay, there you go. Whatever.
Yeah, complimentary. Don't
something
confuse
like that.
Yeah, Confucius say. Go ahead.
Yep.
And you give me credit for something.
Saturday nights.
Hold your comment. We'll get to it in a second. Go ahead.
So Saturday nights, of course, when I was on the road, Gully was on the road. It was Gully. I think, I don't know. He was unavailable, and it was just Doc and I. And Doc was, Doc is Doc, and he's straight. Shoot you straight, whether you like it or hate it. And
yeah,
of course, Gully, on the other hand, is more of the glass half full guy.
Gotcha.
And
he give you both sides better. Doc is just one way. Yeah, got you. Doc is the Flash. He out.
And so,
slow down, young fella. You're gonna your shoes are on fire.
Doc just popped his balloon, and that was a weekend, fantasy week that he would love to forget. So, of course, Gully returns just this past, a couple days ago, and all is well with the result.
Oh, so this is okay. So let's show this comment here. Let's show this. Oh, Doc is a bad guy. yeah. Take that, Doc. Hey, I've been telling Doc since he's been on this program, man. You can't just be you know what I'm saying, one-sided, blindsided, ain't nobody else siding, and who you on the side and you ain't on that side, and what side of the street you really should be on. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at both sides, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, Doc. You know what I mean? Doc don't give out second chance, no nothing. You know what I mean? Be deaf to them, to the infidels. Like, bro, all he did was steal a candy bar. You know, a candy bar, my gosh, man. Do the punishment. Hey, when Doc stays, do the punishment fit the crime. Yeah, okay. Do the punishment.
Now, in fairness to Doc, and I know we save our fantasy picks and all that. No, because this is time. Because I think Gibby may have benefited. I think certainly Austin did. But no, wait a minute. In fairness, there was a question there was a sit-start question. Doc and I went with we went the O State way. We went with McLaurin at wide out over Double J's choice, who did pretty well. I forgot who was it. Who was it between? It was between McLaurin
and Jackson Smith and Jigba. So another Ohio State.
Yeah, JSN. Yeah. It was O State, right? Yeah. So we said McLaurin, and he went with JSN, and JSN did well, but McLaurin did well. My guy did very well. So so Doc can be an optimist there.
Yeah, and he also
Doc and optimism go together like oil and water. Stop it.
Was with the Bucky Irving, and so that's the thing. I had to play all three of them, so I would have been Paris and Flames if it would have went sour for across the board, but it worked out. So I will take that all day long, and obviously Gully, I sent you a couple of the plays that I took part in as well. That included some of those guys, and that worked out quite well also.
Well, shout out to that. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Do we snitch on Dr. Barbershop J for his language lesson? Oh, what happened? Doc, bro. See, we got to have a conversation, bro. Nah, man. See, I told y'all. That's why I say I don't want my name attached to this. Okay, I'm glad you said that. Good looking out. Good looking out, GL. But we don't. Good looking out, GL. But no dry snitching now. Don't do that now. But I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you. Yeah. GL said again, I was screaming Bucky, bro. He kept going. Hey, Max Headroom. What's going on there? You clipping, bro. You clipping.
Oh,
yeah, okay. We can hear you now. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I said there were no FCC concerns from Doc.
Okay, yeah, Doc. Yeah, my gosh.
And we got Adam though. Yeah, we ain't just let it fly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I appreciate you. All right, I appreciate y'all upholding the standard. I appreciate it. Oh, Gully, you kind of clipping kind of bad. Lightweight. Say something. Nope, a little bit of audio issue. But in the meantime, right quick, man, before we go to our first break, I want to. Listen here, Roger Troutman, get your sounds together. Before we go to break, I do want to throw this out here at you all. I know everybody didn't seen it by now. And I don't even know how to pronounce his name correctly, but the Texans linebacker Shair Azim, or whatever the case may be, on Trevor Lawrence, who's now out for the season, obviously, due to the hit or whatever. Right quick, man, give me y'all thoughts, man. Was it? I didn't necessarily like the forearm, but what I do find interesting is fans' reaction to it is dirty. And I could see that way. Mm-hmm. But it's very compelling, in my opinion, to hear former players like Mark Shreleth and I can't think of some of these guys. Who was it? I think is it Nate Burleson? Dominique.
I know Nate.
Dominique. I think it was a couple of other guys, and I think even Ryan Clark. I believe. I'm not sure, but it was a few players because you kind of be listening as the TV on, but I'm not really watching it because I'm doing other stuff or whatever it is. So I don't know everybody's voice, but I heard more than once from former players that like They need to do something about the quarterback being a runner. Stop running him. So, because at the end of the day, who was the college player? Was it last year or year
Shedeur
before
Sanders
last?
This year.
Huh?
Shedeur Sanders this
No,
year.
No. It was a college player last year or year before. It wasn't that long ago where he was on a kickoff or he was a runner. He was a quarterback. And he went to make the guy think that he was going to slide. And the defender broke down. And then the guy took off. I think he scored a touchdown. And that's kind of where Shrelith and the other guys who spoke on this particular thing, like, listen, man, if you even, and this is not the NFL by any means, but if you play any sport on any level, and you as a defender, especially that sport, when you commit to stopping the person, there's a point of no return. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know if I just don't get. I'm not condoning that if it was, you know what I mean? But then the guy come out and apologize and all. And then what I really don't like is the attack on the man's faith, the Islamophobia and all that other type. Well, like, why is that necessary? You know what I'm saying? You're really showing your indignance, which is why, again, I say at the beginning of this program, we're not finna do that here. When you come on here, whether you're leaving a question or you're one of the hosts or a guest, whatever the case may be, let them see that this is a level of intelligence here, right here, bro. You know what I mean? I cannot stand sports debate and every other word is profane. Like, really? And I ain't saying I haven't used profanity before, but be a chameleon, man. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if you do it, I ain't condoning it, but if you do it, that'd be something you're doing but you got a command of something else. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know, man. To hear former players, though, speak on it and say something different than those who are on the outside looking in, I just thought that was very interesting, is all. Yo, what do you all think?
I mean,
I missed it because I had audio issues, bro.
Yeah, it's in reference to the hit on Trevor Lawrence. So the thing is, he has a history doing it. I understand he may, as he put out a release about who he is as a player, and you're right, as a competitor, you are there to hit someone. I mean, and additionally, those that have played or even just been fans in the past always commended those huge collisions that would have occurred. And again, we've changed to an extent, both by rule and as a society with how we approach these things now. With the example you gave a little earlier, Barbershop, that yes, there is rules now that if you're going to give yourself up, you have to. So
right,
you can't, in order for safety,
you can't hesitate. You can't make me think you are, but then you really not.
Right.
You understand?
So, yeah. Anthony Richardson got fined like didn't he get fined like $22,000?
It's a good point. Yeah,
because of that.
Yes. Thank you. And I am not. Let me reiterate. I am not condoning what Shea did, because when I saw it, the first thing I said was it was the forearm that got him. You get what I'm trying to say? It was that forearm, whatever. That's what really made it look bad. But if you look at it from another angle, I said, well, maybe he got caught in between. Again, I don't know. I've just found it very interesting to hear former players say something contrary to what the court of public opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? And then I mean, I get it, man. Social media is social media, man. But I just never seen so many people who supposed to be grown. The stuff that come out of their mouth, man, you remind me. I mean, just maybe you're just a grown. It's juvenile. You really are. You know what I'm trying to say? Articulate yourself, bro. Say what you want to say. I get it. Get it off your chest and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But my gosh, bro. F this and F that and if this and F and all of that. Like, it's going to take me. I need a stenographer to figure out what you just said there right quick there.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Hey, if we in that, all right, go ahead.
Oh, that thought, Gully. We're gonna go to a little commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna get the Gully start and we're gonna get some more of this football action. I know that college football playoff. Y'all gonna really want to see what's going down with that. Settle down, Double J. Settle on down.
It's K Cunningham, and you watching the Shop Report.
I'm Harvey Diallo, and you watching the Shop Report.
It's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report.
You're Jay Knight, you're watching the Shop Report.
Max McKee, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars, man. We're at Mercury Stadium, and you're watching the Shock Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shock Report.
Hey, this is Doug Flynn of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Howard Johnson. You're watching the Shop Report.
Hi, I'm Heath Bell from the New York Mets, and you're listening to the Shop Report podcast. Yeah!
Hey, I'm Josh Tolley, former catcher of the New York Mets, and you're watching the Shop Report.
This is Edgardo Alfonso for the Mets, and you're listening to Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doc Gooden, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Hello, this is Mike Hampton, and you're watching Shop Report.
Hey, this is Herman R.V., former NFL offensive lineman with the Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens, and you're listening to the Shop Report.
All right, we are back. Gully, you want to finish your thought before we move on?
Yeah, I know you were talking about profanity and the profane and how.
Oh, yeah.
What about Fred VanVleet the other day, going in about the referee in the articulate way he did?
Well, I'm not no fan of that though, but I'm gonna say this though. Hey, players, they getting tired of the three blind mice.
Yeah.
I mean, we just saw a play the other day. Steve Kerr, clearly anybody on TV could see that the dude called for a timeout.
Yeah.
What did that? He called for timeout if he ain't had none? I mean, what was supposed to happen? And the ref was standing right there. Steve Kerr on the other side of the floor and saw it. I was in the kitchen and seen it and heard it on the TV. And my TV in the living room. Come on, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. And then y'all wonder why people be talking about some, Arnold Rothstein rides again. Sam, if you don't know who Arnold Rothstein is, go look up the 1919, the Black Sox scandal. I mean, the guy said we can fix anything but the weather. I mean, you don't think they didn't got no better at it? Okay, playing for the mob, boxing. Trying to say Frank Lucas. Anyway, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm not no fan of using profanity, but they're getting sick and tired, bro. Because I asked this question a million times. The players get penalized for things said and done and so on and so forth, right?
Right.
Okay. The referees are held. I mean, Angel Hernandez was come on, man.
Right.
Where's the accountability?
Yeah, why is there admonishment or whatnot kept in house, but a player criticizing an official or a conduct detrimental to a team is made a public display?
Listen, for all my readers out there, that Tim Donaghy book, Personal Foul, yeah, take a look, see, and you hear that whole Joey Crawford, Tim Duncan thing. Yeah. Listen, Donaghy said in his book before he ever did that interview, I had the book, y'all. He said, man, we would be in the ref meetings and I knew who to tell the bookie what the move to make because when we got our assignments and I knew Crawford was reffing Spurs games, take the Nets. Take the Nets. And sure enough, Tim Duncan was in foul trouble and got technicals for what? Laughing? Come on. Bro.
No, he got ejected. Yeah, he got 2 technicals from the bench. He got ejected from the bench.
Okay, yeah. I just want to let y'all know. You see that right there? It's my little guilty pleasure. You know what I'm saying? We got other people living in the house with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 2 boys living with me. My sons, man, listen, I took these dudes down to a dairy farm. They ate the whole half of the side of that with all the cows. I'm saying I don't get nothing to myself, man.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, exactly. I found these in the cabinet. I was like, what? These still alive? Oh, yeah, boy. I took them and put them in my drawer. Just saying. Anyway, I know y'all probably didn't want to know that, but y'all don't know, boy. It's rough around these parts, okay? Anywho, yeah, but I mean, come on, man. Fred VanVleet, man, they getting sick and tired of the refs acting like you ain't see what everybody else saw. And in this case, seeing what everybody else saw, something should be done and said about it. Yeah, but all of the MF, I don't even know what he used, man. Whatever, I ain't no fan of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I prefer, the Ben Wallace route, and I ain't saying I'm no tough guy, no nothing, but when that dude was mouthing to Ben Wallace in one of them games, some dude from Philly once upon a time, Ben didn't say nothing to him. But when it was all said and done, everybody was going to their cars in the parking lot. Ben Wallace was sitting on the hood of that dude's car. He said, "You say what again? You called me what again?" Yeah, dude lost a whole bunch of chicklets that day. That's all I know. They say he's still looking for his teeth. I got to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you like, yeah, that's what we calling? Okay, got you. Yeah, then, because you're going to get about the same amount of fine as if I would have just bumped into you. I would have found a way to run into you or something. You're going to get the same amount of action, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to just do something. You know what I mean? Trip you or something over there. Hit your on the scores table or something. You know what I mean? Or make it where your whistle, you just get caught in your throat. Just something like that. But yeah, but you ain't finna just keep on acting blind out here, bro. Because the refs are a part of the game. Are they not?
Yeah, in that.
But everybody else on this side, but on the other side, everybody clean, even though, and then they come out with the 2-minute report. What is that?
Right. You almost messed up and broke your own rule.
Man, exactly. Boy, don't make me do it around these parts in this situation.
I don't understand. Disclosing the 2-minute report, there's nothing that can be done about those 2 minutes.
Nothing. So after the fact, and then they go back and tell me about the time when they go back to the monitor and still don't see it. Man,
right.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet. I ain't mad at him for having something to say. I just wouldn't have said it that way. That's all I'm saying. All right, yeah, man. Let's keep the show rolling. You understand me? We're gonna talk about some of this college football, baby. All right, then let's throw him up on the screen if you know what I mean. Oh, now you want to show up. This dude right here, man. Anywho, when we was here last week, this bracket looked entirely different. You understand me? So I got a question now. Based on the selection committee, let me say that fast 2 times. Based on the college football selection committee's selections yesterday, boy, you don't know how I'm sweating. Woo. And this weekend's or this Saturday's conference championship games, do we see this bracket after all of that looking the way it is now, or do we see some changes? Or can there be any changes? Or do the college, the championship, conference championships, do they have a say-so in the outcome and who gets placed where? Yeah. Now unravel all that.
I don't know that they do at the moment, at this point. Conference championships, I don't know that they do because we don't have a conference. Like, we don't have a conference championship contender that needs their conference championship to get in. Like, nobody actually in the position they really need it. Like, for example, Oregon at number 1, they don't need the Big Ten title. Penn State at number 3, they don't need it to stay in. That was kind of like the uniqueness, I guess, the beauty of having it 8 teams. You know, you did sometimes need it.
Hold that thought, man. My bad, GL. GL left a question up here. I meant to get to it, Gully. So we might need you to say that all over again. My bad. That's on me. Let me give myself a button for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No. Double J, stop messing with the buttons. He says, if I am a Seattle Seahawks fan, who should my favorite college football team be?
Well, wouldn't you think initially the
Washington Huskies?
But I would
Cougars.
assume.
What you talking? No. What you listen?
I would go. More than likely, the popular pick is probably Oregon.
Yeah, but Gully, why you over here talking about some? You got he said Cougars. This dude right here, man. Yeah, you on the road, all right.
Hey,
now stop. Say Cougars. Hey, don't be picking up nobody. Don't be picking up no hitchhikers. Don't be picking up no. Hey,
lot lizards.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, my gosh. What are you drinking? Yeah. Yeah, I would think Oregon, maybe. Yeah, maybe Oregon. Or I don't know, depending on if you want to go farther, a little farther west, UCLA or USC, maybe.
Man,
But
you got
no,
Oregon, then you also have Oregon State. But
Anyway,
Oregon's probably the more popular pick.
popular, exactly. Nobody wants to be a Beaver. All right. I'm just saying.
What? Whoa. Watch it.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ah, man, don't start anyway.
Whoa.
Okay. See what I'm saying? Anyway, we got another comment. Yeah, thank God for the comment. You saved the. Oh, wow. Here we go. Oh, my gosh. Megan Alva, Givey, Michigan State. Come on now. No. I like the photo, by the way. It's a nice photo. Nice Christmas photo right there. I see jingle bells and everything. Batman tails. All right. Other than that, the comment, no. Thank you very much. Should have saved that one. You could have kept that one in your pocket. All righty. Yeah, I would think Oregon, though, on the flip side. Yep, maybe Oregon. All right, so go ahead, Gully. My bad. So you were saying.
I done forgot already.
I know, yeah, but you want to talk about me and my memory. That's why I did that. It was intentionary. You understand me? Because you be the first one on here talking about some, you need to take your diaper cream and all that old type of stuff. You be talking crazy and all of that. So look what happened. Yeah, I just want to let everybody know I ain't the only one. Yeah. Who used to wear a helmet. Probably still do. But anyway, like I said was, after the selection committee selections yesterday.
Yeah.
And this weekend's conference championship games, will this bracket look any different?
That's the key. Well, that's what I'm getting at. It might look different, but the question is, even if it does look different, does the difference matter in terms of, you know what? Positioning the number 6 now gonna be number 9. They roll to a national title game probably won't is much harder. I don't see. That's what I'm saying. I don't see that.
Who you talking about? Which team you talking about though?
But no, I was just giving the general example. Like I don't know that that's what I mean. Like because of the dynamic, right? We crave a playoff, a true champion or whatnot, but we got to understand just how unique and how pivotal, how important conference championships were, how important your regular season was.
So whoa. So are you saying because of the 12-team playoff that the conference championships don't carry any weight now?
No, they don't. They tell me because again, what does it benefit? What more does Oregon gain if they lose this and then they end up going through the playoff, winning the national title, or
Ain't
Penn
no
State for that
different, no more, no less than in-season tournament banners in the NBA.
You just proved exactly my point.
But they still have it, don't they?
I know that they have it, but what I'm saying is the emphasis we place on
conference champions, bro.
Well, that's all right. What do you do? Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How many division titles have the Guardians won? What does it mean?
Oh, in the grand scheme, that's what we talking about. Oh, okay.
Right. But now, winning. Now, what I'm saying is, with the 12-team playoff, we don't understand. I don't think until we see it, we don't understand how it makes a difference on the important milestones of the season that we used to place emphasis.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
The Big Ten, yeah. So now, because now that we had the playoff, the Big Ten championship, figuring out which Big Ten representative will make it to the playoff, it makes a big difference now. It makes a big difference because there's no longer that.
Okay, well, Double J, you want to jump in here because you had a lot to say contrary to a little earlier, or as far as the conference championships, you said that they did carry some weight.
Well, again, remember the first 4 positions themselves are 4 conference winners. So you lose this game, you end up into the musical chair section. So
the first round,
correct, and. Additionally, then you become subjected to a matchup that may not be ideal.
Right? Oh, so whoa. So in Gully's scenario, let's use his scenario, Oregon. Okay. So wait, do they play in the conference championship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who they playing?
Penn State.
Oh, well, I don't see that happening. But I'm just saying, any given Sunday, based on that, let's say Penn State pulls off the upset. Oregon now goes into the first round, and does Penn State catapult to where Oregon is at? So Gully,
here's the thing. Wait. I'm not going to make it as simple as that, because to Gully's point, as well as your own, well, I guess that would make, if you just beat the number one team in the country, I guess that does suggest you should go there, right?
Exactly. But guess what? But guess it won't happen.
Well,
which makes it even more entertaining now, because where do you slot them at that point?
Yes, that's
that's not entertaining. That's not entertaining. That makes it more nonsense. No, because here's the thing, like you just said, we had these rules, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then now it's well, not quite. Remember. Let's use the classic Ohio State.
They do that with every document, every legislation, everything in this country. Period. They always amendments.
But if you say that
open ended,
if you say that if X then Y, and X happens, and Y doesn't happen, then what's the whole purpose? Then we already see, like, then what is this? We need a playoff to determine the true national champion. If then you still kind of finagling
the results. Don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So that's the bottom line anyway. In all of this, you know what I'm trying to say?
Right, but is that the hard and fast rule, Double J? That the conference winners are guaranteed top seeding in some form or fashion?
Yeah, Double J. Yeah, because you read something earlier.
The conference winners are guaranteed a spot in the quarterfinal.
Oh, whoa! So then in that case,
they should get a bye.
Yes, correct. They do get a bye. Absolutely.
So if the conference winners are guaranteed a spot in the quarterfinals, if Penn State beats Oregon, Penn State is going to be in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
If Penn State beats Penn State in the conference championship, in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
So okay, so now they still do. That's cool. They still do matter.
That's what I'm trying to say. You would think so.
Yeah, no. So it does. It does.
All right. Well, let's take a look at some of these first round matchups then. So in other words, the bracket still could change. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, do you agree with Alabama going and being there instead of Miami?
What happened now?
So one of the big headaches or issues, this is why I brought up the this graph as well, just so you could see where everyone else was. It's currently, a lot of people were upset that Miami, with their loss, ultimately fell out entirely, while a team like Alabama was placed in.
Okay, it depends on who those people are, because those people sometimes fandom to a fault gets in the way. I'm not going to say it. I need one of y'all or both of y'all to say, let people know who used to talk Miami Hurricanes on this platform. Oh, y'all not gonna say it? Okay. I used to be a staunch Canes fan since 1981. Rohan Marley, Bob Marley's son, look it up, was a roommate with Ray Lewis, room with him. Ray said Rohan taught him what he got now is what Rohan taught him. Anyway, I'm just saying, I go back all the way to Schnellenberger, baby. And who on this platform, P. Rogram, said when they were at 7-0, I believe, 8-0, and by the way, I'm not no Kings fan no more. I got off that bandwagon last year, when they lost not only to Georgia Tech, but in the fashion that they lost to Georgia Tech, when they should have just, hand Marshawn the balls on Franklin. And then they lost to Georgia Tech again. Anyway, when they were undefeated, I got lambasted when I said I don't trust it. And I'm not as a fan no more. I'm just speaking as a person who watched sports still to a degree. Oh, you boo-booing, you poo-pooing, excuse my frou-frooing. You poo-pooing on undefeated? Absolutely. Because what I'm looking at goes beyond the manifest, bruh. The defense is porous, can't tackle. You can't live off a comeback. And I asked this question, or I said it this way. We know what Cam Ward is, right? What is the run game in the defense? And that's when they were 7-0. So wherever they at right now, I'm not surprised. And if you put the tape on, because the tape don't lie, people do. That's why facts is feelings. Sorry about that. Alabama plays out better than Miami. They didn't have some hiccups and bumps and all of that type of stuff too. And I don't want to get into that whole SEC. That's water cooler talk. I'm talking about when you turn it on. Hey, and I challenge anybody this. I used to say it about basketball, but I know you ain't gonna be able to do it because it takes some discipline. Let me see you watch a game with no sound. Put that mute bottom right corner of that TV and watch the game. And then come holler at your boy and say, did you not have a different perspective, Harry? That's my word. Okay. When you turn the tape on and watch Alabama, for the most part, I don't care who they going up against. They going 9 times out of 7.5. They're going to give you a decent game. They didn't have some stinkers here lately, some head scratchers, but you know, they pedigree, you know what I mean? They'll be a much better watch than Miami right now. And there ain't no hate. Shout out to my boy Victor Ramirez and all of that, and the folks at the University of Sports Debate. I'm just saying, I was telling folks from the beginning, I don't trust it, bro. I don't trust it, bro. You can't keep living off of comebacks. Like I keep saying about the Cavs. With all due respect, hey, I love to see what the Cavs is doing. I know we ain't talking basketball right now, but I'm just saying, can't keep coming back, bro. Can't live off of them. So yeah, in that first round, well, you know what, Double J, it wouldn't matter anyway. Because let's say Penn State do beat Oregon, and they just switch places. I don't see Arizona State or Boise State beating Oregon. Oregon would be right back where they wanted to be. They just would have had to take a little longer road to get there. Gully, why you coughing?
No, I'm laughing. I'm just saying. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think they would just switch spots like that. That's where I think the musical chairs aspects of this would really kind of set the stage.
Wait a minute, though.
Because you're going to have more fallout than just that game.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so in other words, the winner of the conference championship is guaranteed a spot in the quarterfinals, but not in the same spot that they are right now in the quarterfinals. Ooh-wee. So at that point, what you just do? You put everybody's name in a bag and shake it up?
It starts feeling more like soccer, coincidentally, with the old Champions League format, which was if you'd won before, then you go into this pot. So then the top line of A, B, C, and D is all previous winners. And then you go to pot B with people that finish in first or second of the previous year. And then you, in order to try to prevent a stacked deck, but again, if you haven't, did poorly the year before, well, you find yourself in a really tough group, and in this case, some tough matchups. Who is most likely to get flip-flopped in a Oregon Penn State-esque circumstance? Who do you see anybody else getting moved around by way of winning their conference championship?
No. I got it. No. Well, who SMU is playing who in their conference championship?
Let's find out.
Oh, man. Gully, who is SMU playing in their conference championship?
I'm not sure.
Notre Dame needs to be in the league. I'm sick and tired of that. They need to be in some type of conference too. Are they the only independent?
No, it's 3 of them.
Is it?
Yeah, they're 3.
All right, so here's our conference championship schedule. At least, unfortunately, for the ones that matter. You have UNLV versus Boise State. So, in theory, if UNLV were to pull the upset, we got some comments here whenever you're ready.
Okay, give me. Hold on. Hey, Gully, do me a favor.
Yep.
Can you mute your mic? Then and then unmute when you speak. Yeah. Okay, got you. Because the background noise. My bad. Good looking. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Shoot me the comments. Double J. Detroit fan man. Shout out to Detroit fan man, baby. He says, seems like there ain't no more hard and fast rules in college football anymore. Changing every day. What's up, fellas? What it do, baby? Yep, that's a good one. Oh, Mrs. A, the great Rasheed Wallace once said, the ball don't lie, just like those tapes. Yeah, the ball do lie. If you don't get the 50-50 ball, then you lying. I'm just saying. That's Michigan State talk right there. You know what I mean? Mateen Cleaves ain't walking through that door. I was just saying, Mrs. A. You know what I mean? Or Mo Peterson. You know what I mean?
Well, he might be. He's kind of like at every home game. I just.
So what he doing? I see what Mo Peterson doing. He trying to get that Izzo job. He's sly. He waiting for Izzo. Whoa.
Actually. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, here, strangely enough, right? This isn't really a surprise when you establish a coaching tree, right? So I know there's a guy on, I want to say Toledo's staff that was a former Izzo product. The guy who's coaching Western Michigan was a former Michigan State guy. You know, so again, they're kind of sprinkled all over the MAC, at least for the sounds of it. But Mateen Cleaves is just kind of sat there front row. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought you were talking about Mo Peterson.
I don't know where Mo Pete is, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Mo Pete was sitting there. It's Mateen Cleaves that's sitting.
Yeah, Mateen has been there.
I don't know. You gotta then. I don't know. So you saying the Mateen could potentially?
Well, when you start thinking about successors,
Is he on Izzo's staff currently?
No, he's more in the background, which is again, when you think of the modern landscape. So this is something that that it seems like the Purdue fan base is really, and alums have kind of gravitated towards me saying this, which is you have to look at it for the next 50 years. So you have to stop it again, unfortunately, with a pay to play, essentially, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
You have to treat it as such now, which means you have to have positions like in the past you had athletic director, head coach, and those are who made, and you'd have scouts, etc. But now you really need a general manager. You really need a president of operations.
In college?
Yes, absolutely you do. And that's what is really kind of perks and kind of piques my interest.
So that's why I saw, well, who did I see that's supposed to be some
Stanford coincidentally hired Andrew Luck as a general manager.
Yeah. So
but that's just, see what I mean? That's kind of a tip of the eye, or, a domino, if you will, of what I'm suggesting, which is you need more of a staff now.
So whoa. So back up the train there, little Purdue Boilermaker. So now, do you think that's a result of the NIL and the portal and all of that? So from that is born the GM position in college sports?
Absolutely, because now, to ask a head coach to coach a team, right? Look, head coaches just in the NFL often struggle with, reliance on their O coordinator, D coordinator to run these things, and then they have to answer to all of it. And they even say themselves that it can be very difficult. Well, to ask a college coach to manage all of those personalities, plus try to determine how many scholarships you should be putting towards or allocating towards freshmen versus portal.
So you're allocating some of the responsibilities, so to speak, or delegating.
Absolutely. You need someone looking at that at a much higher level that is specific, essentially, to
and that's
the
really
more
what he's
macro
focusing
aspect.
on. Yeah.
That the head coach should not be the one. I understand they got to go shake hands and kiss babies to an extent,
right?
But to say they're responsible for the majority of the fundraising efforts on top of running the actual team. This is why guys like Saban walked, because it was like, wait a minute, these are like 4 or 5 extra hats that I'm just not capable of doing in addition to running a successful program.
That man, I never thought about it that way, man. Because I saw the Andrew Luck thing, and I was like, huh? I was like, what? Since when they start doing that? You're gonna take another break, y'all. When we come back, we're gonna finish up with some more of this college football talk. We're gonna get to more of your comments. We appreciate y'all for staying with us. We're gonna get to the rest of this college football bracket projection talk, I guess if you want to call it that. And then we're gonna slide right into our NFL week 14 pick'ems. And again, if you have any questions about fantasy stardom and sit-ems, please tune in Saturday night at whatever time these guys get done drinking the Lucia, and they'll have your shop report after dark, your fantasy stardom sit-ems NFL week 14. We'll be right back. Don't y'all touch it. Don't y'all touch it. Double J, where my buttons at, man? You done messed up my buttons again.
It should be in the same spots.
It's not in the same spot. Oh my gosh.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I had come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
All right, we are back. Too bad I ain't got nobody to share my treats with. I'm just saying. Give me some cookies up in this building. Detroit Fan Man weighing in again. He says, through necessity, the GM spot is there now. Oh my gosh. He says, through necessity, the GM spot is there to now organize what was once illegal. Rules changing every day. Yeah, come on now. It's 2024, bro. Rules changing every day. All right, let's get back to some of this college football talk.
Speaking of rule change, we talked about something else. I don't know if we'll get to it today.
What do you talk about? I know you ain't finna do what you finna do because you better.
No, I'm not. No, that's what I just said. I said me and you talk privately.
Do that. Nah,
yeah.
Because
like
you don't know your lines. Yeah, you don't know your lines.
No, that ain't what I'm talking about. No, bro, that's not what I'm. It was NBA related, but maybe we'll get to it if not.
Really?
Yep. There go the fault.
Because you can't be ambiguous. How you gonna be like it was NBA related? Man, you know how much is going on in the NBA today? Adam Silver getting ready to come up with another in-season type tournament. You know what I'm saying?
We weren't talking about the tournament. We were talking about a rule change. A rule change. We're talking something specific.
Okay, well then, now that you done danced around it there, Twinkle Toes
the
Jackson.
Line, man.
Huh?
Never mind, bro. Never mind. The 3-point line.
Oh, well, say what you got to say about the 3-point line then. You didn't take all of that. Fred Astaire.
No, remember, you like to see we keep a tight ship. We had talked about it. I didn't know if we was gonna have time to bring it up, but I say
now we passed the 1,300 mark. You got to wait for next week now. That's what we're gonna do.
That's fine.
We're gonna get into some NBA talk, but you better be able to remember. Double J, you hear this right? Yeah, this guy right here, you don't never remember his lines. Yeah, that's the reason why you got kicked off them sitcoms. You never remember your doggone lines. Anyway, when we get up to these first round here, of the brackets, let's say things stay the way that they are currently, right? Do we really see? Hey, where did Arizona State come from all of a sudden?
Well, coincidentally, once Aiden and I went out there, apparently that's when it was known to the world that they were ranked and things other than. Never mind. That's for Saturday night.
Hey, slow down. Let's not after dark right now, even though it's dark time. Hey, who was the running back or the fullback that they got? I don't even know who they were playing a couple days ago, man. But whoever it was, my gosh, this dude was running all. No, what's his name? 2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, huh?
Yeah, that kid can play.
What kid can play?
From Arizona State.
Yes. Man, I thought Mike Allstott was a rolling ball. My goodness, this dude was wrecking. Or maybe whoever it is on the other side of him was just that bad. But I'm telling you right now, it's when you get at this point in the season, what you look like on tape got a lot to do with what you look like when you get in the tournament. Well, and if I had to pick this one, if this one was the game I'm taking Arizona State, bro. Now ask me about how many, I couldn't tell you. But
that's why I'm asking you in general, right? They find themselves in one of those unique positions where they are not in a conference championship game. Actually, yes, they are against Iowa State.
I was getting ready to say that. Yes, they are. That's going to be a good game, bro.
Yeah. Well.
Hey.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? See? Yeah, that's gonna be a good one because the Cyclones is lightweight pretty good too. They show up well on tape too. I don't know. Hey, give us the 4 conference championship games right quick, and who in them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we have
Arizona, Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. So again, for just based on teams that you see in this bracket as well, UNLV versus Boise State.
Boise State they got that one.
This is where I pull out my best league Corso. Not so fast, my friend. UNLV has surprised me all year long. I thought they were going to completely nosedive after those 2 kids redshirted. If you remember, I pointed that out as something I didn't necessarily agree with.
But that dude, they got there. You mute. Yeah, that guy they got in the backfield, man. That Gianti, if that's he different. He different.
It'll be a good game. I think closer than many may have anticipated. I don't see much by way of Tulane versus Army. I think Tulane wins that one. Despite
Ho! What conference is Army in? And how did I not know that?
They're in the American Athletic Conference.
The AAC?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that. What? So who else is in the conference? Navy too?
Yeah. That was
and
why,
the Air Force,
about a month ago.
Oh, and Army and Marines.
Hey, there was this weird possibility, had they both gotten by Notre Dame, that they actually, one could lose, because again, based on that pathway, if they had both went undefeated, one could lose to the other and then win in the conference championship game and allow both of them to somehow, make the top 12 at that point.
So wait a minute though. Okay, if Army wins, where are they at in this picture?
Unfortunately, I think on the outside looking in.
So
this is
for
why
them, the conference championship.
Look, guys, you're going to hear me say this one more time. This expansion will probably stop at 18. And then at that point, I would say beyond that, if you're team 19 crying that you were forgotten, too bad.
In the FCS, at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken, if memory don't serve me correctly, they had 24 teams in the playoffs.
Well, I'm not opposed to that. I just my fear.
But I ain't saying the FBS should do that because the did I say FCS? That's right. That's what that is, right?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Okay. Yeah, the North Dakota states and all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I forget states to move to actual Division I, but okay.
Who does?
Ferris State. Go look and see what they're doing to teams. I mean,
they doing what Mountain Union had been doing for 30 years.
Yeah.
Mountain Union used to run up into Purple Raiders or whatever they used to run. I got tired of watching their games. I mean, gosh, come on now. Northern and all of that. Yeah, I mean, they were good. You want to talk about longevity and championships. My gosh. Where does Mount Union stand up next to Gino Auriemma and all that other type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? They won like, oh, who knows how many? I know it was too many.
Well, but think about that. Was it North Dakota that played and beat Iowa last year?
I don't know. If they did, I would have thought that they did when Brock Jensen was quarterback before Carson Wentz. That's what I would have thought. Gully, what you say? Arizona, Penn State.
Arizona, Penn State.
Yeah, what you listening, but you ain't listening?
What the?
I'm with you. Everything used to work better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't listening. Could you see Arizona State beating Penn State if it was the first round to shake out like it do?
Right. So Penn State gets that bye. Arizona, wait a minute. We get it.
No, Arizona. No. I said in the first round matchup. I said if everything were to stay as it is, Arizona State end up playing Penn State.
No, we ain't talking about it. It's Penn State. They going on.
Oh, so you're a Big Tenner. That sounds like Big Ten talk right there.
My question is though, are the brackets? I was surprised that they won't reshuffle like they do in the NFL, where first always plays worst in each successive round. This year, looks like the brackets are locked. Is that the case, Double J?
No, remember now. He said a little earlier they'll jump around after the conference championships.
Yeah, but that's different than what I'm saying though. That's different. That suggests they'll reorder who's in the 12. Reorder the 12 seeds to start in the playoff.
Right.
What I'm saying is I'm saying round by round. Like, why would the very likelihood that Oregon could possibly have, Oregon would be playing 8-9, but let's say Arizona State does win, Boise will get the benefit of having a lower ranked team. We know rankings don't mean everything, but they are an indicator of something. So the idea that worst won't play first in each successive round, wanted to know if that was the case.
No, that part of it that's why they have the connection there. So whoever ends up in that Arizona State, Penn State slot will end up playing Boise regardless.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So again, that's how they've aligned the positions for the automatic qualifiers.
Okay, so
my guess that has to do with where those four happen to be ranked, if they're ranked at all.
Okay, so again, let's go through the first one.
Hypothetically, Boise State was ranked 25th overall. Yes, because they would have won their conference championship, they automatically get one of those four slots regardless. That's why I'm saying what I anticipate occurring is you're going to start seeing those outsider conferences like an AAC who has historically, like teams like Liberty
it's
a year or two ago.
It's AAC. Is that what you said? Or it's just AAC?
I said AAC.
That just don't sound right to me. Go ahead. Keep finished.
You're thinking MAAC, which is in basketball.
Oh, man. What you say, Gully? Maybe I am.
That's the Metro Athletic or Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Yes. Yeah, right. Try saying that fast one time.
What you say, Gully? MEAC.
Oh, yeah. Gully, what did you say?
I just wanted to know if you wanted to buy a vowel.
Oh, you just wanted to know if I wanted to buy a vowel, huh? This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Gully just asked if the bracket is getting reseeded, and I don't think it is.
I agree.
All right, let's go through the first round so we can get to some of these NFL Week 14 picks, baby. We got to roll things, keep rolling right on long. Again, so we say if things stay the way that they are right now in that first round, right? Arizona State. Are we all in agreement that Arizona State will be Penn State or no? No, Gully said Penn State. That's why he biased Big Ten talk guy. Who you got, Double J?
You're
a Big Ten guy too. Why am I at asking?
No. I don't. I'm not that kind of Big Ten guy.
Oh,
Penn State, it gets eliminated.
I think so too. No disrespect to James Franklin, but he got the same problem Ryan Day got when it comes to big game. I'm just saying, my bad. Anyway, Tennessee, Ohio State. Oh, don't nobody want to touch that one? Don't nobody want to touch that one, huh? Okay.
Based off of what we saw last week, that would be Tennessee. So there goes my Big Ten bias.
You did that on purpose. Because I'm telling you right now,
I'm told the truth.
I'm saying now what I said at the last week. You understand me? But I thought it would be Ole Miss. My bad. That's my fault. You know, Jackson wasn't throwing no darts in that game. If he did, he threw them to the other team. Reincarnation of Jameis Winston. Ohio State is going to be in it, bro, when it's all said and done. Yeah. Especially after what Ryan Day said. He said after that flag planted and all that, he said, my guys, I seen a fire in them I hadn't seen before. Wish we could have saw it in the Michigan game, but oh well. Better late than never, right? I'm telling you right now. What
does that mean?
What does what mean?
What?
Better late than never?
No. What is he? I've never seen a fire like that. Where was the fire before the game?
Well, that's what I just said.
No.
I mean,
don't
you
let
know,
me in
it's
the
still
locker room. Don't let me in the locker room.
Hey, look, man, win one for the Gipper. I'm taking Ohio State. You Tennessee, Double J, in that game?
I'm going to tell you this.
Oh,
if Ryan Day likes his job, if Ryan Day likes his job, then that might be why Chip Kelly took the job. He might say, "Oh, I knew this seat was hot."
Oh, sort of like Mike Vrabel and Kevin Stefanski.
Hey, did you see what Urban Meyer did to Mike Vrabel?
No, listen. The way your face looking, do I want to know?
Well, he said, "Do I know you?" When they were when he was coaching Jacksonville, and of course Mike was at Tennessee, and he goes, "I was on your staff at Ohio State."
Oh, wow. Dang.
Kind of sunned him a little bit. Well, a little worse than that.
Well, it could be the medication too. Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State. Ryan Day died out there last week. Go Rocky Top. Oh, wow. Shout out to the Rocky Top, baby. I still wonder at times, why is it that, T. Martin won the national championship with the team that Peyton Manning had, basically. But anywho, that's me. Alabama at Notre Dame. Who you got?
Gully. No, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Gosh darn it.
Well, he was driving through the Rocky Mountains, so.
That's true. Man, it pains me to say this, man. I can't believe this. This is normally everything in my being wants me to say that every time Notre Dame plays somebody relevant, they get exposed. But I just don't really think this Alabama team is the same Alabama of the past.
Of course not.
Figure, it gets to help.
But are they enough for Alabama to beat Notre Dame?
Oh, I don't know.
I just don't. What's the receiver they got over there? Alabama?
Yeah, they got a good one. Yeah.
That dude right there, man. Woo. I don't see nobody. I mean, I watched a couple of Notre Dame games. The Golden Domes look nice and cute and all that, but I'm just saying that wide receiver Alabama got, man. Woo-wee, he is a firecracker. You got to roll your coverage to that guy.
You're talking about Miller or Bernard?
Oh, wait a minute. There's two of them?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the one guy who keep jumping off the screen at me. Man, I ain't even paid attention to the other guy. Alabama got two of them? Oh, yeah. Notre Dame's cooked. Barbecue chicken.
Yeah, but my issue is this. Oklahoma, who just fired their coordinators.
Yeah, but Oklahoma lightweight pretty good, bro. They underrated. They didn't start off the season hot or really well, I guess, whatever it is. But, it ain't how you start necessarily how you finish, right? And they finishing up strong. Oklahoma, that wasn't no accident. Now. Roll the tape out there, young fella. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
All right, so just say you got Notre Dame.
Do you remember what school I went to? Oh,
yeah, the same. Yeah, we're not gonna hash that. And then Indiana and Georgia.
Oh, gosh, just went from bad to worse.
Indiana, they can't do nothing with Georgia, man.
The Georgia that I just saw struggled against Georgia Tech.
Georgia.
Like, man, of all the years,
can't do
they
nothing with
find
Georgia.
the anomalous year for both of them to get in against arguably two of the most overrated teams of themselves in recent history. Again, of themselves.
Is that an SEC crack?
No, I just think out of all the years, that trio is probably the weakest they've ever been.
Listen, man, I know Georgia didn't look like what Georgia's supposed to be looking like these last few clicks. But I'm here to tell you, bro, in that game, should that be the case, I like Indiana. They're a feel-good story in the whole 9. But they're not ready yet, bro. They're not ready yet. Georgia been in these type of atmospheres before. When's the last time Indiana? No offense now. Shout out to them being where they at right now today. The last time we seen them in a situation like this was when we saw Newt Rockney play. I'm just saying. And I don't even know if he played for them. I'm just saying. I know he didn't. I'm just using it as an example. Don't get on me, y'all. Georgia been in too many of them before, bro. This is Kirby Smart we talking about, man. You know, it's Kirby Smart we talking about, bro. I'm taking Georgia in that one all day, every day. You know what I mean? And to complete out the rounds, you know, Arizona State against Boise State, Ohio State against Oregon, Alabama against SMU, and Georgia against Texas. You want to know who I got in the quarterfinals?
I'd love to hear it.
Okay. Arizona State, should things stay the way they are, Ohio State, Georgia, and Alabama in the other semifinals. So my one semifinals, I got. So what did I just say? What did I just say here? Oh, my bad. Quarterfinals. Oh, okay, it's water. Arizona State against Boise, Ohio State, Oregon, Bama, SMU, Georgia, Texas. In the semifinals, Boise, Ohio State, Bama, and Georgia. And I'll wait till next week to pick the national championship after the conference championship. When we talk a little bit of NBA in-season tournament chip. Who you got? Don't give me your national champion.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your quarterfinals and your semifinals.
So quarters will go Arizona State, Boise, Ohio State, Oregon, Alabama, SMU, and then Georgia, Texas.
Okay. Now give me your semifinals. Ain't that nothing? How you do that? You don't. Oh man, stop it, man. Copycat league, I see.
Then I'm gonna go Arizona State. You don't know? I'll go Boise State, Ohio State, SMU, Texas.
So hold up, man. You telling me Alabama, SMU, you taking SMU?
Mm-hmm.
Who you think? Eric Dixon and Craig James is suiting up?
I told you they raised $125 million overnight.
You think Eric Dixon and Craig James, you think they suiting up again? Absolutely not. Excuse me, y'all. My camera fading in and out.
Pony Express is back.
I wanted to fade to black.
The Pony Express is back. Where's Paul Revere?
Yeah. He told him the British was coming. It was a little too late. Okay. You know, Paul Revere, he didn't set his alarm clock. I'm just saying.
His house on a hill. Actually, it's on a decline.
Okay. All right, then. I just wanted to see what you was getting ready to say about that. Too bad we didn't get Gully in here to weigh in on that. But we're gonna take another break. When we come back, we're gonna get to some of these NFL Week 14 pick'ems. And again, please save your fantasy questions for Saturdays. Start them and sit them after dark on the Shop Report. Oh, and guess what? Never mind. Save your crack while you clean your back. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but whoo, man, they need to change that little sloganary. Yeah, so can we get some of these NFL Week 14 pick'ems? But before we do, hey, Gully, man, if you're still listening, send us a smoke signal or something, or a bat signal or something, man. Let us know you're all right out there, because it looked kind of dark, man. I ain't see no street lights, no McDonald's signs, no golden arches or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's, I ain't see none of that out there where he was at. So let us know you're all right, bro, on the straight up, though. Anyway, let's get to some of this NFL Week 14 pick'em action, baby. All right. Ooh, man. See what I'm saying? Oh, wait, is this a Thursday night game? Oh, my
yes,
goodness.
Sir.
Well,
tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, whoa. We got the Green Bay Meat Packers.
We got Double J's prop of the day as well.
Oh, whoa. Slow it down there, little Kimosabi. Slow it on down. The Green Bay Meat Packers at the Detroit Lions. What's the spread, Double J? Give me the over-unders and all that other good stuff. What's the line?
So currently, that line is set at 3 in favor of the home team Lions. And it has now, just for context here on the totals on DraftKings is currently at 51.5. Bear with me because
the Lions beat the Packers already this year, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna find out what Jordan Love really is, I tell you. Because them Lions, boy, I think it's gonna say something. They go in there and beat them in their building. I'm not surprised the Lions went into Green Bay and beat them. I would be if the Green Bay go in Detroit and win.
So something I want to point out.
And I'm taking the Lions, by the way.
The Thursday night hero for many DFS lineups and certainly in the prop space, thanks to guys like myself, was Jaden Reed, of course, Michigan State product, coincidentally. His specific number has gone up from, at one point, it opened at 56.5 yards. It is now as high, from 46.5. And it is now currently at 56.5, and it's almost as high as 60.
So wait a minute here. You're giving out fantasy information.
No. This is a prop.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I know you said, okay. I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So
this is a prop.
Yeah,
so again, when we're talking about this game, it's about a script and what may occur, right? So when we talk about your total, right, which is 51.5, now you start getting into the realm of, well, how do they get there? Well, who's contributing to it?
All
and
right,
so
gotcha.
there's two things we're looking at. Apparently, a lot of the sharps are on Jaden Reed's over, but I would say the one for Double J is Josh Jacobs over combined yards and just total yards between rushing and receiving, which is currently at about 90.5. So like that.
Oh, he gonna eclipse that though. Well, I don't know. Whoa.
That's rushing and receiving.
Well, yeah. Let me back up off of that. Hold up, slow it down there, Jay Mosabi.
Scaring you a little bit?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, see, that's why I can't. I'm so glad I don't do that stuff no more, boy. I lost a lot of lunch money once upon a time. I did, you know what I mean? And had to join the daggone Chippendales to try to get some of it back. Anywho, I've got the Lions over the Packers. all day, every day.
He puts that ball on the ground again, and that play is
he who Montgomery,
Josh Jacobs.
Oh yeah, oh man. Well,
he saved a lot of guys. So just in that Minnesota game, if you saw, he had fumbled, and then they brought him back in to win the game, and so he saved everybody fantasy wise with a touchdown late. I don't know if it was enough to save everybody, but he salvaged that day. I don't have Josh Jacobs personally, but I played against him. Didn't save that guy.
Dag nabbit. Yeah, give me the Lions all day, every day. In the Sunday,
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Detroit, they got a good mojo. And I saw some footage of Dan Campbell. And I didn't know he was with the Lions at one point in time before. I knew he was with the Dolphins or somebody like that, or the Bills, I believe. But I didn't know he was with the Lions. Is he like?
Oh yeah, dude. When I was here as a kid, basically, at least that's what I call my early 20s. When Kevin was the running back, Dan Campbell was the tight end.
Really? Yeah. Oh wow, doggone it! See, this is what I mean by memorization and Metamucil and all that stuff. The correlation. Just keep on living, y'all. When you wait till you hit 50 and they bring your AARP card on the back of a 30-foot box truck.
For a lot of Lions fans, that ends up being a lot of pain, unfortunately. But that was before he went to the Cowboys. So there you go. Yeah,
but the interview I saw, I forget the lady that was interviewing him. You can just tell, man, he gets it. I'm not saying that they'll win it all, but they got a good culture going there with him. There's a lot of substance in that locker room, in that building.
Well,
like
you talk about this often, and I had asked myself this question, and I know Lions fans as a whole had, but when the franchise is bad, you really do question. Well, a lot of people like to blame the owner, and no different than me, kind of referencing how I would handle the Purdue thing or any university as it pertained to college football. Something I'm noticing even with the Chicago Bears right now is because I happened to leave the team right when this new regime took over. And it was when the current McCaskey took over as president. Then we had, Bears fans, unfortunate nightmare took place over the next 14 years. They have changed head coach, general manager multiple times, but they have not changed president. And so what I'm pointing out to them is that is who is actually in control of your day-to-day in this case. So
because the president is basically like the president of operations or something like that, right?
Correct. So when the Lions hired Sheila Ford Hamp, she otherwise came from a business background and wanted to get football minds in there. Now, her first sets of hires were not great, but they weren't terrible. But she ultimately had a process that led to Dan Campbell.
So wait a minute. When her first couple of hires, right quick, because we'll get to the rest of these pictures out here in a minute. Was that like her first stint at doing that?
Absolutely.
Okay, but she has a business background, right?
Correct.
Okay. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to... Having the business background got her in the building, basically. They were like, oh, okay. But not having actually done that in particular, it took a round. You're going to, okay, so this is what I shouldn't do. But she knew, hey, if I see what don't work, let me go find out from the people, because anybody who's at the top, so to speak. I don't care if when I say top of me, like if you're a supervisor over a unit, whatever, or if you're the manager over the best thing you can do in terms of whether or not if you're going to have some sort of success or whatever, okay, and it's just in my opinion, is to go to the people who do that. Go to the people and find the people who gotta see. We talked about in other sports, in other shows before, about this team needs a veteran presence. Yes, but here's the deal. You don't go get a guy who's been in the league for 10 years just because he's been in the league for 10 years, even though there's something there that's the reason why he's been in the league for 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? You go get a guy that's been in the league for 10 years, but in that 10 years, he's had more of an impact than the other guy that's just been there for 10 years who was a placeholder, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So she knew that she had to get some football people in there, but she wanted to get some football people in there who went beyond the numbers. Yeah, you know, everybody getting caught up on the Moneyball. Shout out, great movie, by the way. You know, the Oakland Athletics came up with the analytics thing because they didn't have any choice. They couldn't afford. Who was the highest price player or highest name? What, Johnny Damon at one point in time? You know what I'm saying? By default, they had to find another method, and it worked for them. And too many people caught on to that and ran away with it, and it ran them in the ground. Ask Staley, the former Chargers coach. But she said, hey, first time you're a victim, anytime after that, you're volunteering. She said, I'm not volunteering for that no more. Unlike some franchises, you know, she ain't let her ego get in the way. You know what I mean? She said, look, if I'm going to do this off the rip, I see what not to do, so let me go do what should be done. And she probably went and talked to some people, man. Somebody else probably referred Dan Campbell to her like, look, this dude, he know this building. He was here. His approach, if you hire him, his approach is going to be totally different, having been here with the losing, than it would be a guy that you hire from across the street just because he, you know, we seen the movie Barbershop. You understand what I'm trying to say? It was nappy because it looked better and all. It was all, you know, it was lipstick on a pig. But nah, man, you know, it's the people. You know what I mean? Forgive me for my little rant, y'all, but that's why we here right now, because of the people, man. The pageantry is passe. You're not going to have nothing worth having if you don't have the people. The people will come. If you authentic and genuine, the people going to come, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you see what they got going on there, bro. Yeah, they got the talent and they got all of the stuff you need, but at the core, they got what money can't buy.
So here's the thing, right? She's the daughter. She's the heir, if you will. So I had, of course,
can somebody out there make me an heir?
On more
I ain't got no
hair. And when he passed away, of course, her mom took over the team, and she got involved in that 2015 season, and she got rid of then general manager and head coach. Then she went and hired in 2019 the Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, but within that year, she took over as principal owner and chairwoman. Her first move, as soon as she took over officially, she fired them both.
Hey, she saw her mistake. Listen, Matt Patricia, why did I forgot that's who it was. She hired him. Why? Because she thought, like most people, off that Belichick tree. You get what I'm saying? That's why Josh McDaniels had 45 different opportunities. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is not wrong. That's what hey, I'm going to get somebody. If Belichick got him and Tom Brady got 1,700 Super Bowls, why not go get somebody from that batch? You know what I'm saying? When she seen how it was playing out. She's like, no, even though he was from the Belichick tree, I'm guessing, but it didn't take her long to realize, you know what? This guy, he's haughty. Like when he walked in the building, I'm from the Belichick tree. Like, kiss my ring.
Right. He was driving a 4-wheeler on the practice field.
Come on, bro. And I ain't even there. I don't even know. I'm telling you, could just tell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody should bow down to me. And she was like, oh. But she already didn't hire him, and the ink had already dried. So she was like, okay, your time's coming. You about to be fried. I just got to wait you out.
That was it, right? That's real power. You sit back, you watch, right? It was her mom's. Her mom had the ultimate say, not her.
Yep.
So she watched it. She watched it play out. Okay, now I'm in control.
And guess what?
I saw how that played out. And now here's what's interesting too, is what many don't remember: the hot hire at the time when this job was available. Dan Campbell was not that name. You know, yes, he'd done a great job with the Dolphins, but of course, a Dearborn product, in Robert Saleh, coming from the Shanahan coaching tree, right? With and coming from off the success of San Francisco, while Matt LaFleur, his other college friend, had just gotten the Green Bay job. Robert was interviewing for the Lions and did not get offered the job. And that, I remember the bad press that came from that. And then it was kind of leaked that, oh, he had a bad interview or something. But the people were like, he just needed to have, just be a mouth breather at that point. And he should have been fine and gotten the job because they thought they were so impressed on what he had did with San Francisco.
Listen,
of course,
bro.
we've seen how that played out with the Jets. And again, that wasn't entirely his fault, right? But look at the difference in that one decision.
But listen, it all goes back to whether you want to call it an old adage or what we've been saying ad nauseum. Who's doing the grocery shopping?
100%. This is why Pittsburgh has remained good.
I was
this
just
is why
Mike
Baltimore
Tomlin
has remained good. I never understood it, dude. I used to always ask myself, why at one point were the
Tony Dungy
was Jerry just writing checks, or at one point in time, maybe he's senile now, but back then he certainly knew what he was doing. And
well, as far as who? Jimmy Johnson?
As far as what he was doing with getting guys like Jimmy Johnson. And
yeah, but he messed up. Even though he won one, Barry Switzer wasn't what Jimmy Johnson was.
No,
Barry
of
Switzer,
course he wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I think somebody put a bug in Jerry's ear, was like, look, man, because at that time, Jimmy Johnson was coming off of, like, the Canes were really doing their thing. You know what I mean? They were really in the crux of Stellenberger started, but, Jimmy was like the guy, like, whoa, they really was doing it. And then, look, man, I was going to say Mike Tomlin, Tony Dungy. What did the Steelers see? Because here's what you're saying, sounds like to me. Mike Tomlin was not on, and I know we're going to get to our picture, y'all, but this is what we do. This is the barbershop. This is how I go down. When Mike Tomlin got on, whatever your national show that you listen to, who got on there the next day and was like, oh, we saw that coming.
Jay, just last year, the nonsense, should he be fired?
Come on, bro. It's a reason why in my lifetime, growing up, born and raised here in Cleveland, 69, okay, I remember Red Right 88, Red Right 89, and all the other ones. The shot, the fumble, the drive, and the reef that is now Municipal Stadium in Lake Erie. I remember all of it. And Dave Logan was wide open in the end zone, Brian Sipe. Sorry. Whew, I'm just saying. Whew, excuse me. But at the end of the day, bro, the Steelers have had 3 head coaches in my lifetime. And I was taught early on, when I ain't know no better, you hate the Steelers. And as I got older, I said, why? Because they are what we can't seem to figure out? That's ludicrous. And that's my word. Absolutely not, bro. I love the sport. If you doing it the way it should be done from top to bottom, then I'm going to salute you. Now, I ain't going in any of your games and wearing none of your paraphernalia, Harry. No, I ain't going to do that. But, I mean, hey, come on, bro. 3 head coaches, and I'm 50-something ARP card. Remember wearing, always end up in the depends aisle. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Some teams reload while other teams constantly rebuild. I told you what Tony Dungy said when it comes to draft picking. Any pick, it's the same thing to your front office and who at the top. The same philosophy you got to have going in. He said about draft picks, any pick can be a hit or miss regardless of where and when picked. Do you have the folks in place who understand how to minimize the risk? She understood right out the gate. And we had a situation here similar. When Al Lerner, may he rest, Randy Lerner, his son, took over. Do you know when he sold the team to what's his face here? What's the guy? Haslam?
Mm-hmm.
Randy Lerner, he no sooner than he signed on the dotted line, he said, I couldn't wait to get rid of them. The Browns he was talking about. These same Browns that when they moved, people was writing letters to Congress like, y'all better bring us. Randy Lerner said, I couldn't wait to get rid of them. He said, the only reason I kept the Browns for as long as I did, because I made a promise to my father. He couldn't wait to go to Aston Villa or whatever it is and do whatever he had to do with his soccer team.
And
you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to get, if you want to, 9 times out of 10, you want a good supervisor for that position and you're the manager, what you do is you watch the workers who been there doing that job or working at that company. And how long have they been there? And then I want to see when a situation occurs that's ugly, how you handle it. See, I'm picking from the crew. I'm not hiring no outside guy because his resume is cute. No. You know what I'm saying? The same guy that used AI before AI was AI. You know what I'm trying to say? Bubba Chuck, baby. Bubba Chuck. You understand? Let's get to some more of these picks, Double J. We could do this all day. Boy, don't get me started. You do this on purpose, Harry, but it's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? That's right, baby. Come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Sports commentary from a barbershop perspective. I don't know what shop you go to, but the one I go to is the Cornerstone in my community. Anywho, the Jets at the Dolphins, Sunday, December, what did I say, 18th? Yeah, I'm just playing with you there. Give me the Dolphins. Aaron Rodgers is done. Yeah, that throw he missed. Who was that? Not Sauce. Who was that was wide open? He missed a wide open throw and then came on back on the next play and threw an interception.
Oh, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, my bad, Wilson. Yeah, wide open. Meanwhile, the master, he got 4 Hail Marys to his, resume. But you can't. All right, yeah, he washed.
Yeah, the line on that game is actually 6 in favor of Miami.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
So I think
hey, and shout out to Tua, man. He's staying upright.
He is.
Yeah, I know.
He scares us every week.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said shout out to him. Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins too. Falcons at the Vikings. Now, do we understand where Kirk Cousins has always been? Even at Michigan stand? Man, please. He did 4. Listen, Kirk Cousins really got on the national radar and became the name and all of that. Really, and you go back in a game against the Browns. I believe Shanahan, Mike, had came back to coach the Washington folks at that time, the Commanders, quote unquote. And he ran 3 bootlegs with Kirk Cousins. Oh my gosh. And just like Rockwell, one-hit wonder. Yeah. Stop me when I'm lying.
Yeah.
Okay. You see now why the Falcons drafted Penix.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Okay. Okay. The future is now.
Yeah, that line also at 6 in favor of Minnesota.
I'm taking the
Vikings.
Vikings.
Similarly, over under at 45.5.
Okay, but even though and this is where I've been telling people numbers are universal, but they're arbitrary and they can be misleading. Now, digest that all that fast, real time. The Vikings are what, 10-2?
Uh-huh.
But when you watch them, well, first of all, what's wrong? What's up with my man in the fumbleitis all of a sudden? What's going on? Who giving him an envelope?
Wow, good point.
Because I don't remember him doing that in Green Bay. And if he did, not to this tune, my gosh. Bring back Edgar Bennett. Yeah, he fumbling. Look, yeah, because if you got Aaron Jones on your fantasy squad, that's it, right? Aaron Jones. Am I saying that right?
Unrelated, I do want to point this out. Bryce Underwood, of course, now University of Michigan commit, he's auctioning off, not auctioning, but selling rather, 19 of his autographed essentially college football cards. So again, only 19 of them. They're selling for $1,900 a piece. 11 of them have already been sold.
And he's still in high school?
Correct.
Man.
Well, that NIL deal was $10.5 million.
Now that's one. Listen, bruh. Now, we done came a long way. When you announced where you was going to play at in college when I was in high school, it was in the newspaper. You got one line. I don't care if you scored 14 touchdowns in the game. You know what I'm saying? You had to live in Northeast Ohio to really know who Desmond Howard was at Hawken. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's a different time for sure, bro. But it's all good. Shout out to him for that. You know what I mean?
I'll post that one in the Discord here as well.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, but I'm taking the Vikings. But the Vikings, for whatever mean, I know the records say they 10-2. If they'll win this game, what's the over-under?
Of the Vikings, that's 45.5.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
46 and no, yeah, 46.5.
Yeah, that defense is good, though. I'm not going to even lie. That defense is pretty solid. Yeah, and what's his face playing a whole lot better? He look a whole lot better. That's why some players' timetables are different than others. Darnold.
Something I want to point out, speaking of defense, obviously the Vikings have lead the league in blitz rate, but something that led to those interceptions was the disguised coverage of the corner in the safety, essentially switching spots or baiting that the corner was going to drop in coverage and that the safety was going to take over or wasn't going to be there, and one would step up versus in the other, they would switch essentially. And that's what was yielding all these interceptions, was how well they were able to disguise that. So it'll be really interesting because it is a copycat league to see what they do with it. But those blitz rates alone are certainly a cause of great concern for if you have Kirk.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you mentioned that, rather. Yeah, that's a lot. You know, if that's what you got to do to always get pressure, then that can, at some point, we've seen it before, you know, that can fail you. But on the Falcons side, though, for real, man, to be honest with you, no offense to my families down that way. I got folks down in the ATL. Shout out, though, on the ATL Atlanta side, baby. I think the Falcons are over enamored with Kirk Cousins' arm. Man, they got a two-headed monster at running back, not smash and dash and Sonic and Knuckle sandwiches, but they don't use Bijan and is Kyle Pitts even still on the team?
Yes, he is. You just don't realize it.
Oh, well, yeah. Man, Kirk Cousins wasn't that, and shouldn't be there. How about that? Yeah, give me the Vikings. Saints at the Giants. Do we really care about this one?
Well, naturally, you know, for fantasy purposes, amongst others, current line is 4.5 in favor of the Saints on the road, and the over under is 41. Now, something I pointed out:
2 field goals and a safety.
Here's the thing: Alvin Kamara is going to have a day, but here it was interesting because Taysom Hill is now out for season, and it seemed like that was. Once Rashid Shaheed had gone down, along with Olave and every other receiver that they had at that point, literally like 4 of them were done. Yeah, I mean, you get ready, barbershop. Like we're one call away here. So
hey, I ain't mad.
It looks like that the offense really, he was the key that kind of unlocked the offense. As strange as that sounds, a 34-year-old, which gives us some hope. And now you take that away, it'll be really interesting because he did start targeting later in the game the tight end Johnson quite a bit. But now again, when you scheme defensively, Kamara should do well with both of the starting defensive tackles out. I could equally see, you know, this where MVS, you know, that's what I mean. They're going to have, Derek Carr's going to have to air the ball out. That's what's going to be really interesting. I could see this being closer than one would have expected. And that's going to make it very interesting because it seems like Derek Carr is fighting who he is, like his original identity of kind of being a little bit reckless with it, and he's been kind of giving what the defense was giving him, which is the underneath stuff.
And Yeah, I mean, Derek Carr, I won't say he's overrated. And this, again, just my opinion. But I would, even in college, I used to wonder, like, shout out for getting drafted in the whole nine, but I just didn't. There was a lot of overinflated hype surrounding him. I just, he's been slightly above average, depending on, he had Devontae Adams in college with him or whatever it is. That had a lot to do with it, and got him to the NFL, I believe. I mean, I don't know if Devontae Adams is there, and I don't really like doing ifs. I just don't see him getting, if at least I just don't see. I also don't see him as a really, he too sometimey.
Right.
Give me Jameis Winston. I'm just saying, for real though. Oh, Joe Flacco, you know what I'm saying? Get back, yeah, but give me the Giants in that one, bro. Just on the strength. It's football. Panthers at the Eagles. Hey, man. I saw this question asked earlier about Nick Sirianni. Now that things are clicking, is he off the hot seat? Or is it still some, just covering up some warts?
It will depend on this playoff run, because right now they are setting themselves up clearly for it. They are by far the.
But whose idea was it to go get Saquon? Because he ain't getting enough sign in this whole situation. He ain't getting enough.
Right. I don't think they have this record without him.
I'm trying to tell you.
But that and in the decision to draft a guy defensively like Cooper DeJean, huge. Again, go look at the open field tackle he made.
Yeah. But listen. Hey, I'm so glad you brought that up. For all you folks out there watching, that's how football was played. It's not about my era was better than yours. What I'm saying to you is we had more substance. The fundamentals were emphasized. That tackle was textbook tackle on Derrick Henry. And there ain't no knock on D-Hen. Man, D-Hen be putting it in. But the thought is, boy, that he a freight train. Oh, he coming down. Yeah, all that's true. But guess what? I got to eat too. You understand me? I'm out here just like you. And guess what? If I do it right, you going down tonight, baby. Like Coach Rob. That's right. Eddie Robinson at Grambling used to tell all his players back then, you know what I mean, when Ernie Ladd and all them was ripping and running the field. You know what I'm saying? Okay, don't even get me started on it. Yeah, let every time we go out here, you let that guy in front of you know, I got mad respect for you, but you got a good one in front of you today. I told y'all I like what Dexter Lawrence said for the Giants. Say, hey, man, you're going to have to earn your paycheck today. I get it. You getting all the pub and all the press, but you got to earn your paycheck today. That don't impress me. What them other folks are saying about you, get up, get down, 911 is a joke in your town, all that other stuff. That, clap, clap, but you got to show me today. And that's what that tackle said to me. He said, yeah, I respect D-Hen. That's why I'm about to lay him down. And he did, bro. He drove. Hey, Double J, did you see what shoulder he hit him with?
Yes, I did.
He protected himself and the offensive player. Yeah, bro, don't get me started. That was textbook all day, every day. Hey, I'm with you, though. They setting up for it. That's why I say I don't care what the playoff run look like or don't look like. He done made some questionable 4th and 2 going for it on 4th. Sometimes, your ego get to sliding up in there and you got to get checked, which I think happened. I say he still be there. You know what I mean? Saquon got a lot to do with it, but, Sirianni, they was there without Saquon, 2 years ago now, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we'll see. Who else you going to go get out there? But we in this day and age of sports where, I keep thinking about the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks. Budenholzer wins the championship and get fired. I'm like they do that.
Here's the thing, right? We talked about bad ownership or just bad leadership.
That's more like it. Yeah.
And so again, I brought this up. I want to say on one of the After Darks, but I'm gonna bring it up to you that there's a clip, and when I find it, I'll post it in the Discord also. But it was the entire exchange, I believe it was captured on Hard Knocks, of the Giants general manager, just front office as a whole, and how they handled the
whole Saquon thing.
And, ultimately, the owner does come in about midday and says, asks for kind of an update on this thing and tells him kind of point blank. And I asked Gully this previously, and I'm gonna ask you. He said,
because I saw pieces and portions of it, so I didn't see the whole thing. So let me put that out there first.
Yeah, absolutely. So what he says to him is, after the exchange of what he believes is going to happen, and he goes,
"Whoa! You got to give me, you got to give me some context. What did he say he believed was going to happen?"
So the general manager said he believes he knows what the number is that the other teams are floating around.
Mm-hmm.
And is confident that they're going to hear back from him.
Okay.
And so the owner's response was, if we lose him, I'm going to lose sleep over this. Now.
So then and there, that tells me the owner really doesn't trust. There's something there in the decisions that they made prior to that made the owner have to wonder, should I keep an eye on them tonight?
Well, to me, that was a read between the lines. If I said I'm going to lose sleep, then you should probably do whatever you have to do to make sure I don't.
Right. Okay. This says that too. But let me widen the lens here a little bit. If I gotta say, I'm trying to think of a good parable here. Maybe this ain't the good one. I mean, at the end of the day, all I'm saying to you is, if I have to say, if we lose this guy, I'm going to lose sleep over it. If I really trust the people that I put in a position to make those decisions, I ain't got to say nothing. You understand?
I completely agree
trust
with you.
But I don't know if I can trust you. I shouldn't have to say that. Because there's something there for him to have to even come in that room and say that at all.
You just hammered the point I was going to make. The fact that he's even walked into that room
and had to say anything tells me that they done did something that made him say, it's one of them things, like my man Herm would say, one of them things that make you go, And you know what? I'm the owner. I say, man, because in other words, for you to do that, you ain't got a good feeling. Not necessarily about the situation, but who's handling it. That's what I'm telling you. It's who doing the grocery shopping, man. If I give you $1,000 and I have to find out the hard way that you bad with money, okay, first time you're a victim, anytime, but I'm not giving you no more. But if you that person I can give $50 to, and you come out with 5 carts of groceries, and in this economy, hey, man, you know what? You can have my whole checkbook. I'm trying to tell you, it's who doing the grocery shopping, bro.
Well, and this is why, I pointed out in the past that if you had, they went and gave Daniel Jones all that money at the time.
But hold on, let me ask you this question, because I did see pieces and portions. Who was the guy sitting behind the desk?
That's the general manager.
Okay. And the owner was talking to him.
Correct.
I'm telling you right now, just from his body language, and I ain't saying I'm a body language expert, his body language, he got an ego problem. Go back and look at the tape.
He had his kids telling him who they would draft.
Bruh,
and I like that.
I didn't even know that
till
you just said that. Okay.
But at the same time,
okay,
he would then tell them, I'm trying to think. This is a terrible reference, but in Grand Theft Auto, in the last one, the boss in the very beginning, when he goes to ask for a raise, he goes, "You tell me why you want it, and I will tell you why it cannot be." That's how that was handled.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we see what happened. So again, man, sometimes guys get the feeling them. Hey, I seen it on the level at the post office, bruh. Dudes working right next to me, handling bulk mail, getting dirty and all of that. Then they become supervisors. Man, I promise you to this day, it's a guy who, and I ain't saying no names, but his attendance used to be Shiamitio. Okay? Sort that out if you would. Every day. Don't ask me how, but he became a supervisor. So we were all initially like, hey, because he used to chop it with us and do the whole nine. And his first moment, man, I heard him talking to this little young girl. Going, you don't need to, and I'm about to write you. And I said, whoo, I'm glad it ain't me. He gonna turn and say something to me. I said, that's where I was wanting you to be, right here. I said, how dare you? Your work record is well below stellar, but you going off, you talking about writing her up, and she got kids, and she a single mother, and she was 10 minutes late? Man, if you don't get out my face, but anyway, I'm just saying, there's people like that in the world, bro. And they, listen, and when you chop that, when that tree get chopped down, timber, you gonna fall, baby. Boom, yeah, the forest for the trees and all of that other good stuff. Anyway, let's get to the rest of these picks, man. We could be here all night. Browns at the Steelers. Hey, I'm gonna say it again. Mike Thomas moved to make the switch. His work in. Russ is looking good, baby. And they lost to the Browns. They did. That's a whole rivalry thing. But I don't know if Jameis, I know, like, what did I say about Jameis earlier? He gonna make sure, like my cat Stacy said, man, he gonna make sure both teams is still in it. And I don't know if they're going, after the way they won here in Cleveland, I don't know, the way Pittsburgh, they on the roll, bro. What's the line? What's the over-under? Give me all that.
Yeah, so for this game, it is
probably 2.
6.5 in favor of Pittsburgh.
Oh,
and
boy.
Similarly, it seems to be a little bit higher of it over-under at 48.5. Making sure I'm reading.
Yeah, that's because, right.
No, my 8s and my 3s. Hang on. I'm going off camera. I got to look closer.
Well, if it is 48.5, that's because the Steelers going to have 38.
No, 43.5. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're going to have 33 and the Browns going to have 10. I don't know. We'll see how that play out. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I think the Steelers, I think they win that one. That's at the house too. They're gonna get some get back. And then for the most part, man, really lines and records in this case, having lived it, it don't really weigh nothing. Because these games you can have some blowouts here and there. You know what I mean? I remember when what was his name? Bud Carson was the Browns head coach, and Eddie Johnson was one of the linebackers. Eddie Johnson and Mike Johnson were the Browns linebackers at the time. And they went down to Three Rivers. I think it was still Three Rivers at the time. And it was this 89, 90. They whooped up on the Steelers 51-0 or something like that, man. And that was a celebration in Cleveland, man, for about 2 years. Because that just didn't happen, not back then.
Right.
But, every now and again, you'll get a stomping from one of the two. But for the most part, man, you just records and all, you had to throw that stuff out the window because you just never know how this one goes. And that's for most division games. But the Browns Steelers especially, you just don't know how it's going to play out. But I'm taking the Steelers. Yeah, give me that. You know what I mean? But it still might turn out to be a good game. Who knows? All right, give me some scrolleration, baby. Let's get to the rest of these so we can let these good folks that's been staying with us
right, let's
go home and get some sleep. Yeah, it's on the 11 o'clock side. Raiders at the Buccaneers. Man,
this one is going to be tighter than I think anyone is anticipating.
What's the line?
6.5 for Tampa, but the over-under is 46.5. Look, this is not a thing with him being a Purdue quarterback.
Him who? Del Vecchio?
Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, Aiden O'Connell went to Purdue?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they, no offense to him, but I that's what they missing, the Raiders.
Well, Jacoby Myers is the truth. And Brock Bowers is the truth.
Yes, no question. That's what I'm saying. They missing lightweight, decent quarterback, man. I think their record is misleading if you watch him play. You know what I mean? Gardner Cashew, he'll Jeremy Lin type of story, but he's not no starter.
I will say this, even with Mike Evans is a beast, and
because he came back, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and he balled out.
Yeah,
that was a double J parlay. But the Raiders could win this game because of how poor the Bucs defense is.
Yeah, because the Bucs got offense, man. They got offense, man. They defense look just like the Hurricanes. Like y'all can't tackle nobody. Like who the defensive coordinator over there?
Right.
You would think it was me or something. I'm just saying.
Well, and
hey,
again,
you go over that way. Yeah, you go over that way. Yeah. Hey, come back by the garbage truck.
Yeah, Saturday night we picked on a few of their corners. And hey,
it's a bad deal.
Picked on, do better. I always said, look, if you gave me a slot receiver speed, I had the rest of it. So I do well, but yes, I know they're better than me at that job.
Yeah, well, I say the same thing. On your mark, get set, go. I'm taking the Bucks, but when you say I'm with you, I think this would be closer than 6. You know what I mean? I thought you were gonna say maybe 3.5 or something like that. That's 6. That's something. But I'm taking the Bucks though. But I think it'll be a better game than what the spread of the over-unders would indicate. Jaguars at the Titans. Let's move on. What's the line though? 1.5, or is this a pick 'em?
No, this one is 3.5, believe it or not, for Tennessee.
Oh, okay. All right.
As far as that over-under, it is by far the lowest at 39.5.
Yeah, I pick them basically is what I was driving at. Yeah, but I'll take the Titans. Trevor Lawrence is out, unfortunately, due to, a controversial hit, so to speak. Yeah, I'm taking the Titans.
I know they claimed Tim Patrick off of, or was it Josh Reynolds? One of the Josh Reynolds, I believe. Off waivers.
Yeah, that's why I'm picking the Titans, because we don't even know who they picked, but we know they picked somebody off waivers.
Give me Nick Westbrook, Kine NWI to score in that one. He'll do what Tank Dell was supposed to do, and but overall, I'm with you on this one. Totally agree. I think it also hits that over.
Seattle at the Cardinals. Man, I'm sorry, bro. Kyler Murray is too inconsistent. Marvin Harrison Jr. should have. What's going on? And I know all quarterbacks and receivers are not the same, so to speak, but Kyler is enough of a talent, as is Harrison Jr., that we should at least be seeing what Jordan Love and Watson and Romeo Dobbs, all them. We should be at least seeing that. I mean, look at Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, even though Terry McLaurin been in the league for a minute, because Terry McLaurin, he got like how many catches and how many touchdowns?
Quite a few now.
He got like 9 or 10 touchdowns. I mean, not even mean catches. I mean like yardage. He close to what? How close is he to 1,000 or over 1,000 already? Right.
Right.
Yeah. There should be some kind of connection between Kyler. Kyler been in the league long enough, man. That him and Marvin Harrison Jr. should be connecting a whole lot more than what they are. Something is wrong over there.
So Terry McLaurin's totals on the year are at, let's see here. He's had 61 receptions. He's had 9 touchdowns. So this is actually a career high for him. And
what, 800, 900 yards?
He's averaging almost 15 yards per catch.
Well, I'm not surprised by that. What's his yardage total? Receiving yards total on the season?
Let's see here. If it will. Oh, here it is. Oh, yards. 896. So yeah, he's going to eclipse 1,000, no problem.
Yeah, he getting there. I'm taking the Seahawks in this one. Geno been playing a whole lot better, and the Cardinals, they got talent over there, but you just don't know what you're gonna get from them week to week. What'd you say the line was, or did you say what the line was?
I did not, but it is actually 2.5 for the Cards.
Yeah, and I see why. But I trust Geno, even going to Arizona, more so than I trust Kyler at home. That don't mean Kyler won't show up, but I don't. Which one? Because they look kind of stinky these last few games. Buffalo at the Rams. Yeah, give me the Bills, man. I think it's over for the Rams.
Yeah, the Bills are a 3.5-point favorite. That total's actually one of the higher ones at 49.5.
But for it to be 3.5, though, that's interesting. I thought it would be a little bit high. I could see 6.5 in that case, as opposed to 3.5 or 6 or whatever it is in the other case, whoever it was, the Titans and Jaguars, I believe it was. Yeah, that's interesting. So that game gonna be a lot closer, they saying, than what you otherwise might think.
Well, yeah, you got to remember the Rams are still 6-6, so they're very much right in the thick of things. If Arizona happens to win and the Rams pull this thing out, they're all tied, 3-way tie for first place in that division.
Ooh.
And that's why I'm going to be honest with you. I think, and then we'll get to them here in just a moment, but I think one team in that division is waving the white flag.
Oh, it's no question. After he went out the other day with an injury, I'm with you on that. You know what though? And that would it being 3.5? You said Bills Rams is 3.5. That's the line.
Correct.
I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
I think Sean McVay got something up his sleeve for Josh.
And that's the thing.
And that was a cool touchdown, though. Amari Cooper,
right? And
Josh,
Christian McCaffrey was lightweight he looked about as good as he had prior to that happening. He was gashing their defense.
Yes, in the Snow Bowl, the second rendition this season of the Snow Bowl, yes. But that touchdown from Amari Cooper did Josh Allen score a passing touchdown without throwing the ball? He threw a passing
Well, no, he did throw it. So he actually, was the first one in NFL history to record a passing, receiving, and rushing touchdown.
Oh, man. Shout out for that then. I'll see you, J.A. Allen, baby. But you're going down to the Rams, see?
A lot of people were lightweight upset because you remember that on that play alone, from a fantasy standpoint, a passing touchdown is 4 points. A receiving touchdown, which again, when the ball was
6 points,
hurled
right?
back to him, he was 6. So that's 10 plus the yardage itself.
Well, it wasn't that many yards, was it? It was like 15 yards.
But in general, when you just...
So you got about 18-something, 20-something points off of that, maybe.
Right.
Somewhere around in there. Oh, wow. Somebody won a fantasy game.
Yeah. Somebody was... Look, anybody that was complaining about it, they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it happens, baby. Any given Sunday. Just ask Al Pacino. Bears I'm taking the Rams again. Bears at the Niners. Yeah, the Niners they waving the flag. What's the line? This might be lightweight brutal too.
So San Francisco's favored by 4.
Yeah,
that's
an even number, but it's odd for this one. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I'll take the 49ers just because.
And then that's the interesting part, right? The Bears are clearly in a state of flux, but so look at the 49ers. At what point do they say we're going to just sit Brock Purdy for the rest of the year? You have Kittle on the mend. You have Debo, who doesn't really look right this year. Ayuk is already out. McCaffrey is now, officially out. Trent Williams. Oh my gosh. Prayers up to him.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
bruh.
I tell you this right now. I know they said it was like an ankle injury or something, but of course we know that it unfortunately was due to the passing of his child. So
yeah, I know. Stillborn, man. That's y'all got to.
And and the sad thing is that from what I understand, that's not the first in the last few years. With that family. So yeah. And that takes, again, look, obviously the human element takes over, and some people look at football as an escape, and others, look at it just as a job, and it's not a distraction. And so it depends on the individual, but I could understand if he doesn't want to play the rest of the year, or if he wants to hang it up for good. I would respect that decision too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, bro. I couldn't imagine, but I lost a brother. He was 14. He passed in a drowning incident, and My mother, you know, even though we all know it's a part of life, man. Yeah, my heart go out to Trent, bro, because I know what it's like as a sibling. You know what I mean? And then because I wasn't there when it happened, I got the call. I was here in Ohio, and they were down south, and I got a call from my sister probably about 3:00 in the morning, and she was kind of frantic. She said, "You got to get here. They got him on the table. They trying to revive him." I was like, "What? And then she told me. I said, "Oh man!" So I drove 8 hours, like nonstop. And when he was gone. You know what I mean? And my mother, she kind of, that was 2001. Yeah, so that was a minute ago. But you don't ever get over it. You know what I mean? You just you do your best to get through it. But I just couldn't imagine, man. My heart go out to the man, especially if it's happened more than once. The resolve that you have to even after something like that to go back out there and to play that game that's so violent and filled with trauma as we talk about, man. So you got to have a certain mentality to get out there because the guy across from you, he might not even know that. And he trying to bring bad business. You know what I mean? So you got to have a certain level of your mind got to be able to withstand that. But at the same time, you hold this is in your no. Yeah, my heart go out to the man. Whew, yeah, man. Oh boy. Yeah, my heart go out to the man. Yeah, let's finish up some of these picks, man. My condolences though to him, his family, and all those involved, bro. Chargers at the Chiefs. I think this is the division game too. I think this is though where the Chiefs and them one-score games or whatever it is that they doing out here, that they've been hanging their hats on here lately. Even with Mahomes and Reed and all of that, you can't live off of that, I don't think. And Mahomes, I'll still say as long as he stay upright, they are the standard, right? Currently. But the way it's been looking, man, they primed to get got. And Jim Harbaugh done showed on more than one occasion, wherever he go, turnarounds come fast. Okay? Turnarounds come fast. He got Herbert looking like an entirely different guy. So, I don't know. I'm rolling with the Chargers. I'd like to know what the line is. It's got to be close.
Yeah, so this one is at 4 in favor of Chiefs. Over under set at 43, which is kind of par for the course with a lot of these Charger games that are rather low scoring for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm rolling with the Chargers. Who you got?
I think you make a great case for them. However, the injury to J.K. Dobbins, it didn't quite translate with Gus Edwards. We'll see if Hassan Haskins got a carry or two, but then he fumbled, and then they went to the rookie a tiny bit. So I could easily see them kind of mixing all of those guys in. If they find some success there, the way that the Raiders did, then I'd lean with the Chargers also, because I think defensively it's going to take quite a bit, a big effort from Mahomes to try to find his outside receivers. It's where it'll be interesting to see how much they use Isaiah Pacheco again. Obviously, he was activated last week, got a handful of carries, but this one's going to feel like a playoff game, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm rolling with the Chargers. It's must-see TV for me, though. And then in the Monday night game, imagine that. We start to show off or talking about the NFL when we started talking about it. We started to show off. Why does the Monday night game seem to play out better than the Thursday night game? And here it is. We got the Steelers and the Browns. Aren't they in the Thursday night game again? No, maybe. No, that's the Sunday game.
No, we got the Lions,
the Packers and the Lions. Exactly. So much for that philosopheries. Kill that noise. Yeah, because this Monday night game got to be horrendous. Bowl. I don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, I'm just, I don't even care what the line and the over-under is. I'm taking the Bengals. But I do want to know, I do have a question. Is there a quarterback controversy in Dallas? I'm just saying, Cooper Rush lightweight. You know what I'm saying? He's been moving the squad. I'm just saying.
Well, if they somehow win this one, then I think the answer is yes. Because, truthfully, there's only a handful of quarterbacks that have actually done what Joe Burrow's doing. He's the only one currently that has a losing record.
Boy, put him on the Raiders. Joey B. I'm just saying, picture that scenario, buddy. Okay. Yeah, marinate on that. And while y'all marinate on that, man, again, we appreciate y'all for staying with us all day, every day. And on that note, I leave you with this quote. A brother is like, and I mean brother, like sibling and so on and so forth. A brother is like gold, and a friend is like a diamond. If gold cracks, you can melt it and make it just like it was before. If a diamond cracks, it can never be like it was before. Imagine that. All right. It's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Wednesday currently at 9 on the PM side right here on the yard. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the shop's fan page, and of course, YouTube. And please, when you're over at the tube, please hit that subscribe button. We'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. Oh, don't forget to check out Shop Report After Dark, Fantasy, Stardom, and Situms Saturday at whatever time Delucia stop being flowing and served. I'm just trying to say, for my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, D Gully, and all those who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay. You've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. If I hadn't left, we wouldn't have switched. I'm out.